Morning everybody. How are we all today? Hope we're good. Today we are running the Zwift Community Half Marathon Challenge. Welcome along everybody. For some reason already I've got a problem with my speed. I seem to have lost connection, I think, somewhere along the line. Whoa! Yeah, power's gone. Oh no! Disaster! What's happened? No power, my treadmill's died! Oh no! At least this has happened at the start of the run. Let's get going. Okay, fingers crossed we're back on. I'll try and catch everybody up. Patrick's still lying in bed, he says. Right, I've got to catch everyone up now. Falling behind. I'm sorry guys, I've fallen behind because I had some power issue with my treadmill. Just went off all of a sudden. But we're all right now. We're back on. I'll try and catch everyone up. So, now that we're on, welcome to Zwift Run, welcome to Zwift Community Half Marathon Challenge. We are running 21 kilometres this morning and we are going to try and stay together. Technical problem at the beginning means I'm already playing catch up. I don't know why my treadmill just stopped, but it did. Anyway, never mind. We are on now, we're working. So, let's just easily, slowly catch up to Group B. There are two groups today. There is Group B. We are running at 10.6 kilometers an hour to do a half marathon in 2 hours. And then there's Group D, and they're aiming to do a half marathon in 2.5 hours. And Amanda is leading that group, Amanda Murray. Because I'm behind, I'm just going a bit faster than the prescribed pace, just to catch up with the group and make sure that we're all together. Lovely big group today. We've had over 50 people signed up initially, and then I haven't counted how many have actually started. There's usually one or two who don't quite make it. So, but nevertheless, fantastic start, fantastic number of people, brilliant stuff. Really good Group B there. You can see on the right-hand side of the screen when it goes big. I know it's in the corner, but. Okay, there we are. You can see on the right hand side the number of green letter B's that we have. So it's a fantastic number of people. Really pleased. Glad you're all joining us for our run on Watopia this morning. Oh no, my treadmill stopped again. What's going on? Sorry guys, I've got a problem with the treadmill, which is for some reason cutting out on me. That's not good, is it? A little bit worrying. I wonder if the power cable's loose. If it does it again, I might have to get on my hands and knees and just make sure all the power is all plugged in properly, and it's not the safety Safety seems all right. Let's just move the safety around there. Okay, sorry. Just a bit worried that power keeps dropping out on the treadmill. Fingers crossed it doesn't. I mean, I had no problems at all on Friday. Ran a half marathon on Friday. All went perfectly well. Treadmill was beautiful. But already this morning, 2 dropouts on the treadmill, so power seems to disappear, and then it starts up again. Very strange. Not to worry. And Tim is asking if we can see him running. Yes, Tim, we've got you. You're on the screen. We can see you. So we've done 1 kilometre. Should still be feeling comfortable. No major issues. Just relax into your run. Shoulders down, head up. Get oxygen into your lungs. Keep the heart rate as steady as possible. Luca says, have fun. He's sorry you can't be with us. That's Luca Galini. Thanks, Luca. Jinxie's having problems with his treadmill as well, or his speed. He's stuck at, he says 2.4 miles an hour. Thanks for the ride on. The thing about running long distance, half marathon and up, any race really, but you really need to be relaxed at the start. So there's some of the problems I've just had with the treadmill. You don't need things like that because they throw your confidence out, and it means you're playing catch up, both physically and mentally, to get back in the game. Because when you're running this long distances like this, you need your head in the game. You need to be focused, concentrating on the job that you need to do. And if you've had a poor night's sleep, if you've had trouble with transport getting to the start of the race, all these kind of things, you know, rushing to get there on time, all these things cause you to be mentally not on it. And so that's something I'm having to contend with now, is that my start of my race has not gone well, and I know that I've still got 20k to go, so I need to make sure that I try and focus in on what's important, calm down, relax, get myself focused for the rest of the race. It's not easy when you're thrown off. So just a thing to remember, guys, for your marathon in spring or whatever races you've got coming up, get to your race on time, relaxed, try and have a good night's sleep the night before, go to bed early. If you can, maybe have a sauna the night before, or a relaxing massage or something, just to calm you down. And yeah. So today we're heading out to the jungle on Watopia. So we need to go under the water, through the tunnels, and then round to the jungle, the Mayan jungle. John Hancock says good morning. Hello, John. Hope you're well. So I'm still running at 11 kilometers an hour just to catch up with my group. I don't want to go too fast because I don't want to burn myself out. But really, if I'm leading the group, I should really be at the front, just making sure people aren't going crazy off the front too fast. Nice, perfect conditions for running today. It's cool outside, it's not warm, it's not freezing cold. I've just got a nice little breeze coming through the shed here, so that should keep me cool for the run. I don't know if any of you have been following the Barclay marathons in Tennessee. One of the hardest, most demanding races in the world. Well over 100 miles of climbing through the Tennessee mountains in Frozen Head State Park. 5 laps. And very rarely does anybody finish. Last year there's one finisher. Quite a few years there have not been any finishers at all. Really tough. If you're on Twitter, go and hashtag BM100, Barclay Marathon, BM100, and follow the progress of the runners out there running through 2 nights, 60-hour time limit, amazing. Okay, so thankfully at the moment the treadmill seems to be playing ball, and we're slowly working our way through the field. Luke is asking if I'm going to lead this afternoon's. No, I'm not going to lead. If I'm able to, I will stream and I will commentate. I'll sit and talk through the run. But I'm not down as a leader. I'm certainly not going to run it. But if I can be there, I will. It kind of depends on the family. You know, I've got a wife and kids who need some time, so we'll see what happens. Right, I'm just going to text the group and tell them what's happened and how I am. Just telling them I've had some tech issues, but catching up now. So that above my head is the pace spot. That pace spot is set to run at 10.5 kilometers an hour. We're actually going at 10.6 kilometers an hour. 10.5 is just slightly over a 2-hour marathon, 2-hour half marathon. And we want to do a 2-hour marathon, so I've decided we're going to go at 10.6 kilometers an hour, just a little bit faster, just to get us in, to make sure we hit that 2-hour marathon. Thanks for the ride on, Georgie. So just want to stay relaxed again, keep the heart rate as low as possible just for these early kilometers, early miles. So we're not far off, well, a little way to go to 3 kilometers. Once we get to 5 kilometers, we'll be able to make an assessment of where we are, how we're doing. Great running, everyone. Look at that line of runners. Fantastic, all sticking together. All making sure we're all right. Brilliant stuff, everyone. It's the thing about Zwift, we are a social group. And the idea today is to stick together. No doubt there'll be some people that want to race off. But the idea is to look after each other. Those who are struggling, we pull them through. And we make sure that those people who haven't got their half marathon achievement badge on Zwift get that today. That's what we want. We don't want anyone dropping out. If people feel that they need to slow down, of course, people should do. But what we want people to do is finish. We don't want people to drop out completely. So if anybody is watching on Facebook and you've got any questions, do drop me a line, do ask. If you are in the run and you are also watching Facebook, just say hi on the messaging system on Zwift if you can, just so I know you're watching. So it's nice if I give instructions out. Maybe I won't have to type if you're all watching. But there really are no instructions to give out. It's run at 10.6 kilometers an hour. Try and stay together for the whole run. So we're not doing any intervals, we're not doing anything crazy. So 3 kilometers done. And we're doing all right. I'm just wondering how far do I go to catch up, because I've just passed a group. And I'm just wondering if I should sit here now. There we are. So go down to 10.6, and because I think the people ahead are probably, yeah, they are probably just a little bit ahead of pace. So I can always trust that Tim Gross is on pace, because he'll be using an iPhone app that will be exactly to pace. So we'll trust that he's on pace, and he's now behind me. So we'll stick at this pace, 10.6 kilometers an hour, and just keep going. Ollie says he's watching and running. Hi, Ollie. Obviously, anything I say will be a few seconds behind. There'll be a delay. Patrick is asking me what kind of... Right on! Right on! Right on! 1, 2, 1, 2. We're back. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, hopefully we're back on. I don't know where you left me. I was just saying that at this pace we're hopefully going to get into I reckon half an hour, just under half an hour, and we'll be a quarter of the way there, and that's bang on schedule. So that's great stuff. We need to be 5.25 kilometres under half an hour. Doing a great job, everybody, really good. I'm having all sorts of problems with my earphones because I'm sweating and my cable on the back of my earphones is catching on my head, on my neck. Back in the game, Patrick says. Yeah, thank you. It's difficult to keep an eye on my mic levels and run, and so thank you for letting me know, guys. Alright, oh, so I was gone for quite a while then. A whole kilometre of no mic. Oh well, never mind. Nothing we can do about it now. So you can see my other treadmill there. That's sitting quietly for a couple of months whilst I test out this bad boy here. And apart from a couple of glitches this morning where it turned itself off, so far it seems to be absolutely beautiful. It feels a lot more like running on a treadmill at the gym than any other treadmill I've run on. So, apart from ones at the gym. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with it at the moment. So just crossing the boardwalk with the planes there, and I think we're heading to the jungle today. Jungle route. So this is the most recent addition to Watopia and the island on Zwift, the island of Zwift. There is a new mountain route due to be released anytime now, Alpduez, which we hope we'll see in the next few days. But at the moment, the Mayan jungle is the latest addition to Zwift, and we're heading there now. Hopefully we'll get all the way around it. Look at that group of runners, fantastic guys. Well done everybody, thanks so much for joining us, brilliant. Who would have thought so many people would want to run a half marathon on a treadmill, eh? You just wouldn't do it, would you, normally? You wouldn't do it. So keep it nice and steady. Coming up to 5k. Hopefully we're going to hit 5.25 kilometres in under half an hour. That's a quarter of the way there. Doing really well. Five kilometres done. Look at your heart rate. Make sure you're not overstretching yourself. Keeping it nice and easy, keeping exactly the same pace. all the way around. Right, I'm just going to text the guys. Look at that. So 5.25 kilometers in 29 minutes and 40 seconds. So we've got 20 seconds in hand. 20 seconds in hand. So keep this the same again. And we'll have another 20 seconds in hand. That's 40 seconds. So we should finish 1:58 something. Just about. Fingers crossed, guys. Keep it like this. Keep it steady. Dave Bristol says, Zwift is the only thing that makes a 5 kilometer run not feel tedious on the treadmill. Yeah, you're quite right. Loving it. Love this. Well done, everybody. Look at that group. Great group. Keeping it nice and steady. So, if you are training for a marathon, training for long distance run, you'll be thinking about hydration and nutrition. What do I eat? What do I drink? Your body has around about an hour and a half to 2 hours worth of sugar, glycogen, or energy to run without having anything at all. So in theory, you should be able to run a half marathon in 2 hours without having any real food at all. You might want to sip some water, but just to quench your thirst a bit, especially if it's a hot day, you want to make sure that you are drinking a little bit. But you'll notice I won't be drinking. Mind you, I do have a cup of coffee next to me, but I fear that if I did drink that, it would go all over the floor and all over this treadmill that isn't mine. But yeah, you might want to just have a sip of something on the way around, but really, I think you can probably get away with not having anything. Now, some people want a little bit of a sugar boost, and often they'll take that sugar boost between 8 and 10 miles into a half marathon just to fuel them, just to give them that kind of bit of a sugar high for the last 3 or 4 miles. And that's fine. If that works for you, that's good. Especially if you're going fast. The faster you go, the more glycogen you'll burn. So if you are running a 1.5 hour half marathon, you will probably run out of glycogen in about 1.5 hours. If you're running a slower 2 hour marathon, depending on what your heart rate is like, because that makes a difference as well, but if you're running a half marathon at 2 hours, your body will probably be able to fuel you for that 2 hours. You're running slower, hopefully your heart rate is a bit lower, you're not burning quite as much glycogen. Certainly for a marathon, you do want to start taking on something, and you just have to experiment to find out what it is that you need to take, that you can take, that doesn't make your stomach feel bad, that sits easily, and that can be anything from the sports drinks that are supplied by the race itself, Lucasade or Powerade, whatever it might be. Some people like to have Coca-Cola, Black Coke or something. Other people take gels, so gloopy liquid in a little pouch that they squeeze into their mouth. That gives you the most sugar per hit. Other people take little things called shot blocks, so they're chewy sweets. Another good thing is Jaffa cakes, gummy bears, jelly babies. These are all high GI, glycemic index, high on the glycemic index, so they distribute through your body quickly and give you fast acting energy. The things like porridge that you eat before the run, they are low glycemic index, so they will slow release energy into your body. And it's always good to be stocked up with low GI carbohydrate as well. But that's not something you would necessarily take during the run. During the run you would need high GI foods, if you take anything at all. "35 minutes into the run, 6.25 kilometres in. So we're running just under 4 miles so far. 9 miles to go, taking it easy. Again, look at my heart rate there, 144. I want to keep my heart rate around about there for the whole run. I don't want it to go too high. If it goes too low, I'm dropping off the pace, I'm not going fast enough. That's not going to happen because the treadmill is just going to stay where it is. So I am going to be going at this pace the whole way. If my heart rate starts to climb and go into the orange zone, which is zone 4 threshold, or even zone 5, which is anaerobic, if my heart rate gets there, then I'm in trouble because I'm working too hard with the pace that I'm going. I'm obviously tiring. I'm obviously, maybe I'm not fit enough, and I need to drop off the pace. That's not to say, guys, that you shouldn't be running in zone 4 and 5. When you are gunning it, if you've trained properly and you're gunning it for a PB in a half marathon or a marathon or whatever, it's highly likely that your heart rate is going to be in zone 4 and clicking into zone 5. And in a 5k race that you're gunning it, it might even be in zone 5 for much of the way. But that's planned. The plan today is to stay in around about zone 3. So it would be a problem if I went into zone 4 today, because that's not the plan, that's not what I want to do. Planning. Now there's a thing to talk about. You know, don't go into your half marathon or your marathon without a game plan. Don't believe anyone who says, "Oh, I'm just going to finish," and you know, well, you could believe them, but you shouldn't go into a run just thinking, "I just want to get round, I'm not bothered about time or anything," because that means you're not thinking about the race, you're not thinking about a plan to get you finished. Really, I would like to see people deciding on a time that they would ideally like to finish. A sensible time, not a ridiculous time they haven't trained for, but based on your training, a time that you want to finish in, or a realistic time based on previous runs that you've done, so that you can plan your training to achieve that time. And it may just be a time within the cutoff. You know, say the half marathon cutoff time is 3 hours. You may want to finish in 2:59. That's fine, but state that aim to yourself and train to that aim, train to that goal, train with that goal in mind, and then run with that plan on race day. Winter Pal says, good job everyone, keep it up. Jason Mellett says, good job everyone, says, awesome group. And again, keep it up everyone. Just coming up to 7 kilometers now in just under 40 minutes. Again, perfect pacing, we're doing really well. Hope we're keeping together. We've still got a lovely big group. Patrick is asking if my treadmill simulates gradient. No, it doesn't, Patrick. There are currently no treadmills that Zwift communicates with to change gradient. Technically it is possible, and there are companies that have implemented that. And certainly, you know, I think that my run would be able to be controlled by Zwift, and it could have the gradient altered automatically. This is a Zwift issue. It's kind of a political issue about safety aspects, things like that. Technically it can be done, but I don't think everything's been agreed yet. I don't think people are agreed on exactly how to implement it. Something like this will come, but it just depends on how it's implemented, exactly what it is. So trying to keep cool. I can feel myself quite sweaty and hot. So we are well established now in our half marathon run. So we've got 3 kilometers to go before halfway. We're just over 16 minutes of running to halfway. So what does that make? 42 minutes, 52 minutes, 57, 58 minutes, just over. We should be bang on. We are doing really well. Group is still together. Just keep holding it. Great stuff. Somebody says there, I think. I can't really read, it's too small. I know I've got a big TV screen in front of me, but I'm actually watching 2 small screens on the big screen. I'm watching this stream and the game, and it saves me having to reach around the back of the TV and change screens. I haven't got a remote control to do that, so. Just a few stragglers there behind, and Definitely a few people gone off ahead, but we've got a core group of people who are together. So it looks like, yeah, so I was in a pack, and that pack are gradually just creeping ahead of me. So whether they are deliberately pushing the pace, whether they don't realise it, but yeah, the group ahead of me are just marginally just creeping ahead. That's fine. As long as people know what they're doing. What we don't want is for people to start panicking that they're not going to make it in time and to run on a bit too fast, because we're still relatively early in the race here, in the run, not a race. Relatively early in the run here. We don't want to start saying, oh, we're tight, we're very tight for a 2-hour half, let's push the pace a bit, because the pace at the beginning of your run will directly affect the pace at the end of your run. You go off too fast, I mean, I know we're fairly established, but if you go too fast early on, you will pay for it later. Now, a lot of the guys running today, I'm sure we're probably quite experienced, and I wouldn't like to say that they don't know what they're doing. I'm sure they probably do. I'm sure they're confident that they can get to 13.1 comfortably at the pace they want to do. Right, Winter Powell says, do I only need a foot pod to run on Zwift? Essentially, yes, and a treadmill, of course. In fact, well, truth be told, you don't even need a treadmill, because as long as if you've got an iPhone and a foot pod, you could run outside and hold your phone in front of your face and watch yourself run on Zwift. But that's not really the idea. The idea of Zwift is to facilitate more interesting indoor running. So a treadmill, access to an iPhone or an iPad or a computer, Mac or a PC, and yeah, a foot pod. So there's lots of different kinds of foot pods you can use, and the cheapest one is about $25 US, called the Milestone. Looks like that. That's the Milestone foot pod. About $25. Do the job for you on Bluetooth. So that means with an iPad or an iPhone, you'll be able to link up to Zwift. You can also get something called a polar stride sensor, which is this little thing here, or this big thing. It's quite chunky actually. That's the polar. I'm actually wearing the other two, so if you want to connect to a computer, PC or a Mac, you might well be using Ant Plus rather than Bluetooth. And you can use a Garmin footpod for that, or you can use a Stride footpod. There's two versions of the Stride. One is a Stride which includes lots more metrics, and it's quite expensive, about $200 US. And then there's one which is $100 cheaper called the Stride Live, which doesn't include all these extra metrics and is just a basic foot pod for Zwift. Works very well indeed. A lot of people say it is the foot pod to use on Zwift for accuracy, and I've certainly found on a good treadmill it works flawlessly. It does have a problem when you run on a treadmill which is a basic grade treadmill, one that hasn't got a very powerful motor, because Zwift is so accurate it picks up the fact that when you put your foot down on the treadmill, that slows the belt down. Now, when you're in the air, the belt on a treadmill speeds up to counteract the fact that it's slowed down when you've hit it. But the stride doesn't measure that bit. It only measures the fact that you've slowed down when you've put your foot on the treadmill. And so often on a basic grade treadmill, your speed on the stride is much lower than you would expect it to be, and it's much lower than the treadmill is saying. But that's not the stride's fault, really. It is the fault of your cheaper grade treadmills. And I guess if the stride being quite an expensive footpod, it's aiming at runners who want accuracy, and they may well not purchase cheaper treadmills because, you know, they want the best, I suppose. And your consumer grade treadmills, people who run on those will be happier to use a Milestone footpod. Yeah, Dave Bristol gave me some good advice on the Facebook page about planning your run and about warming up as well. Eric Jones is saying great running group. And Dave Bristol is also talking about heart rate monitors. So yes, you do only need a footpod to run on Zwift, but it is handy to use a heart rate monitor as well. Like I've got in the corner there, I'm wearing my HRM Run Garmin heart rate monitor here. That connects to my computer, which in turn sends the data to Zwift. 9 kilometers, guys, in 51 minutes. 9 kilometers in 51 minutes. Doing really well. Kilometre and a half to go to get to halfway. Loads of B group runners ahead of me, all confident, striding ahead. Well done, guys. And then still a few behind me. I guess for some of the guys running today, 2 hours might be a fairly conservative time for a half marathon. And that's fine. I'm sure some guys are very confident of doing a 1:45 or even a 1.5 hour half marathon. So Marty Billings says 64 minutes for him. Jinxie is saying he's got a problem that his treadmill only runs up to 99 minutes. So he's going to have to restart his treadmill at some point. Unlucky, Jinxie. So we are now in the jungle. This is the Mayan jungle. We're past Mayan ruins. Beautiful waterfalls, look, you can see one there. in the distance. Lovely run this. It's about a 10-kilometre loop, I think, through the whole jungle, and we passed some fantastic scenery on the way through. You're more than welcome, Jinxie. I feel for you, buddy. Just keep it going, keep it steady, you'll be fine. As long as you get your half marathon badge, that's what we want to do today. So 2 hours is a kind of a benchmark. But if you can't make 2 hours, that does not matter. The point of today is to try and get you that half marathon achievement badge on Zwift. We are seriously approaching the halfway mark. Well under an hour, doing really well. So I can see Georgie up ahead. Mikhail Georgie or Michael from Germany, and we've got S Hall, we've got Tim Gross, we've got Eric Jones, so a lot of people who we regularly know. Ollie Mellons, they're up there as well. Krista Holt is up there, and we've got Tilly behind me as well. Quite a few names that we recognise, regular runners on Zwift, and I'm sure we've got plenty of other runners who are just joining us for the first time maybe today, or who've only run once or twice on Zwift and have decided to give this a go. Kudos to you, well done, fantastic work. We're not far off halfway now, so just keeping it together, keeping our heart rate steady in zone 3. Look at my heart rate there. So we haven't gone in to zone 4 or zone 5 at all. We're keeping it very steady at zone 3, the yellow zone, about 145 beats per minute. I missed what Gerard Tilley said then. I can't really, the screen's a bit small for me to see what people are writing, which is unfortunate, but never mind. So good. Look at the beautiful jungle there. All those ruins on the right hand side. Up ahead, the vines hanging down. There is a sloth hanging from a vine somewhere that you might see. We're lucky, you might have passed him already actually. Do you know what? I haven't seen many bikes. I've just noticed the bikes passing. I haven't seen many of them this morning. Right, so in a minute I'm going to type a message to the group. John Hancock's listening on his way home from work. Been doing a night shift. And Tim Gross has said Tim's actually running in real life, but is also on Zwift on his phone, I imagine. And he says he's just got to halfway. So we're just coming up to halfway. We're about 250 meters away from halfway. I'm going to just message the guys now and say well done. Keep it going. Thoroughly enjoying this. Guys, I hope you're enjoying watching at home. Sunday morning, sitting with a cup of coffee. Right, we'll send this message just after we reach 10.5 because it's a little bit beyond 10.5 to be honest, but we are beautifully timed. Look at that. Well done, everybody. So I'm going to say to people, if they feel confident, they can push on. If they are tired, just take it easy. So let's just say that if you're confident, if tired, keep your mental strength is the thing. And don't panic about time. .6 will get us there. So, just over 10 kilometers to go now. We've got 58 minutes, 57 minutes to do those 10k. And thank you for the ride on, Carnegie from Scotland. Good man. I hope the D group are doing well. I hope Amanda's group are comfortable, rocking it for a 2.5 hour half marathon. Jinxie's having his first jelly baby at 60 minutes. Well done, Jinxie. So yes, we're halfway. If you want to have some food, don't gorge yourself, don't have too much. Do not put anything in your stomach that's going to make it feel funny, make you feel sick. Don't gulp too much water or sports drink. Just little sips. Little sips on a regular basis. And drink to thirst, guys. You know, I'm not a believer in drink every 10 minutes or drink 100 ml every 5 minutes or whatever it is. I don't believe in that. I believe in drinking to thirst. When you are thirsty, it's your body's way of telling you need something to drink. Drink, and that will be fine. It's not too late. A lot of people say if you're thirsty, it's too late. It's not. If you drink a sports drink or Coca-Cola or something like that, that sugar will get in your system pretty quickly. I wouldn't worry about that. And guys, it's perfectly okay to be mildly dehydrated during a run and when you finish a run. There's no evidence, as far as I'm aware, there is no evidence to suggest that a mild dehydration will affect your speed, your pace. Yes, certainly if you go crazy and you're very dehydrated, you're going to suffer. And that can be very dangerous, of course. But of course, we all know also about over drinking. And that's just as dangerous. Taking on too much water is just as dangerous as not drinking at all. In fact, it's possibly more dangerous. You know, people are more likely to drink too much than not enough. Okay, 1 hour and 5 minutes, 11.5 kilometers. We're rocking and rolling on the Zwift Community Half Marathon Challenge, running through the Mayan jungle, Zwift's newest creation on the island of Watopia. Steve Scanton says he sat in the office on a 12-hour shift watching on his iPad and he wishes he was running. Steve, I wish you were running as well, buddy. 12-hour shift at the office sounds... it doesn't sound like something I want to be doing. Much rather be here. Feel for you, mate. Next time. My headphones are really annoying me today. I don't know, I've not noticed it before. When I sweat, the back of my neck is really sticking. The cable is sticking at the back of my neck. And every time I turn round, it yanks it out of my right ear. I suppose the idea is not to turn around, but I need to turn around to look at the screen on my laptop. So you might be starting to suffer a little bit now, over halfway through, and you might be feeling it a bit in your legs. Your heart rate might be going up a little bit. Don't panic, just relax as much as possible. Head up, shoulders down, get as much oxygen into your lungs as you can. Take it easy. If you have to slow down, slow down. I would rather you finish than have to stop and not finish. If you haven't got your Zwift Half Marathon badge, I want you to get it today. Guys watching at home, I'm thinking that certainly there must be a good number of runners here running today who've not yet got their half marathon badge. What we want is, although it's great if we can stick together and run as a group, I'd much rather people actually finish and get their reward, and if it means they're slowing down, then that's fine. Hi, camera 2. Thoroughly enjoying this beautiful run. Almost forget I'm running in a shed. Just looking at the jungle there, the mountains, the waterfall. Just lets the miles tick by, nice and easy. But we're already up to 12 kilometers now. 8k to go. 9k to go, apologies. I'm wishing the miles away. 9 kilometers to go. So the next milestone would be 10.5 plus 5 1/4 is 15.75. So 3/4 of the way through is 15.75. Running through the boardwalk, running through on the boardwalk through the cave with the stalactites, the stalagmites. Oh, and Casey says the stream's not working for him. I think it is on. Owen, I've got it here. Let's try refreshing a few times. Mind you, if the stream's not working for him, he can't hear what I'm saying, can he? So what's the point of me talking to him directly? What an idiot I am. Kevin Platts is saying, great job, Eric Jones. Well done, Eric. Eric's just ahead of me. And Ryan Downey's just ahead of me as well. Well done, Ryan. Tim Gross is just up ahead as well. Ollie's still there. Krista is still there. Thank you, Eric, for the update. He's saying the streaming is fine. So that's good. And now Kevin says he likes Eric's orange headband as well. There you see it just in front of me there with the pink kit on. Nicely done. There we are. So we've got a few of us still running vaguely with each other. It is spreading out a little bit now, but I suppose that's maybe to be expected. Some people wanting to push on now. Some people starting to tire a bit. Look at that great waterfall there. Fantastic. Well, I mean, people are not too... You can see there's a good line of runners all stretching out ahead. That's really good. There's me in the black with the white headband. I'm clearly the best looking one of the bunch. Some good chat going on the Facebook page, guys. If you are watching the stream, and if you're watching the stream on Twitch or also on YouTube, hello guys. I'm sorry I'm not looking at the chat there. If you wanted to say anything there, but do come and join us on the Facebook page, Zwift Run's Facebook page, and the stream is there and there's some chat going on. I have to do something like this headband, these earphones. I wonder if I can tuck the headband into the back of my cap. That might work. Let's see. Pull it through a bit. Oh, that might work. That's good. I like that. Okay. Yes. Maybe hopefully it'll stay there. Oh, what have I got? I've reached level 18, whoa-hey! Level 18, everybody! I didn't even notice that was coming up. Great stuff. So I've got some new kit. Nice one. Level 18, rocking and rolling. Okay. So we're not far off 13 kilometres now. Still, heart rate is 147. Maybe just creeping up a little bit. So keep steady. Level 18. I mean, if you don't know, Zwift is a game. That's what it's all about. Leveling up. It's a computer game. Great training tool, great social platform. Great workout platform as well for doing intervals and speed sessions. But you know, this is a computer game and you can get points and prizes. So I've just gone from level 17 to level 18. There are 21 levels in Zwift running. There's 13 kilometers done in 1 hour, 14 minutes just about. Eight kilometers to run. I'm going to have a very... Eric says congratulations on my level 18. Thanks, Eric. Doing well, Eric, by the way. Good job. Hopefully feeling comfortable. Able to bang out the last 8 kilometers. No problem. To be honest, the group is not that far ahead, is it? If you look ahead, Georgie, Ryan Downey, Tim Gross, Ollie Melmser, Krista Holt, they're only 6 seconds ahead of me. So they actually are sticking to pace, really. So that's good. I think it's 6, is it? Was it 1 minute and 6? No, it is only 6 or 7 seconds. Yeah. So that's good. One hour, 16 minutes of running. Heart rate is 143. We've done 13 and a half, just under 13 and a half kilometres. This is the Zwift Community Half Marathon Challenge. Welcome to Zwift Run, welcome to Zwift Community Live. I am in my shed on the south coast of England. There are people all around the world running on Zwift today. Look at the flags on the right hand side. Scotland, Canada, USA, Norway, Germany, UK. Is that Finland? Denmark. Denmark. Do you know what? I always forget Krista's flag is Denmark. So, we are all real human beings on real treadmills in real life, running with each other in the virtual world. Fantastic. I love it. We're running on the island of Watopia. This is an imaginary island created by Zwift, where you can run through the jungle, a Mayan jungle with ruins, fantastic waterfalls, great graphics. You can also run to the top of a snow-capped mountain. You can run under the water in glass tunnels and through a volcano. You just have to be careful not to get splashed by lava as you run through the volcano. Thanks for the ride on ball. So in 2 kilometres, I'll give everybody a heads up that it's 3/4 of the way through. Eric's saying he's feeling good. It's his first run back since injury. Good to be back on the treadmill, he says. Excellent work, Eric, well done, buddy. Keep it going. If you are at work or watching this at home and you'd like to get involved in this, there is another half marathon this afternoon, UK time, 5 o'clock this afternoon. I won't be running it. I may try and come online and spur people on. We'll see. But if you do, if this has spurred you on to say, right, I'm gonna go and run a half marathon this afternoon, do it on Zwift, get on a treadmill, and do it at 5 o'clock with everybody else. It will be a slightly smaller group. That's okay. Make sure my heart rate is reading correctly. I think we're all right. 137. Come down a bit. 14 kilometers done. Just under 1 hour 20. Feeling good. Everybody's still running. Everybody's still together. Not too far away from each other. Wow, look at that view of the waterfall. Amazing. That is so cool. If you're wondering what the pink logo is in the bottom right, Film My Run, that's my YouTube channel. My name's Stephen, as you might have guessed from the big name Stephen above my name there, above my camera. And I run a channel called Film My Run. And I go out in the real world, believe it or not. Thanks for the ride on, Jinxie. I go out in the real world and I run marathons, half marathons, and ultra distance races. And I take a little camera with me and I document my runs and I make them into a short film. Certainly, if I'm running a 4-hour marathon, I'm not going to make a 4-hour film. About 4 or 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes at the most. Little films about my runs. And I put them on YouTube on a channel called Film My Run. So if you want to see some of those films, go and have a look. Search YouTube, Film My Run. And do please subscribe to my channel, that'd be great. Thank you. All my real world runs go on there. And I am thinking about moving my Zwift runs there as well. Because of a change in YouTube's policy recently. My other channel, Zwift Runs and Rides, where I normally put all my Zwift activity, they've changed now the policy that anyone under 1,000 subscribers doesn't get paid. So that's a bit of an annoyance for me, really. Quite like to build a following and build some revenue from YouTube, so not getting paid on the Zwift Runs and Rides channel is a bit annoying. Whereas on my Film My Run channel, I have got over 1,000 subscribers, so I do get some revenue from that. So I'm thinking of moving my Zwift activity over to there as well. Steve Smith says he liked my Arc of Attrition video. Thanks, Steve. So yeah, Arc of Attrition is a 100-mile race that happens down in Cornwall in the UK, south of the UK, every year. I did it in 2017 for the first time, and I made a video of it, and I did it again this year. And although I didn't film the whole run, I just did a little vlog. So that's on my channel if you want to go and have a look. Arc of Attrition. And we've got another 100-miler coming up next week. This week, no, yeah, end of this coming week on Saturday. Next Saturday, I'm running another long distance, 117 miles it is, and that is from coast to coast in Devon, which is another county of the UK, south coast of Devon to the north coast of Devon, and it's called the Coast to Coast. And So we'll be doing that. We're not going to gun it, we're just going to have an enjoyable 30 or so hours, 32 hours run around there. That'll be good. No, maybe even 35 hours. 117 miles might take me a bit longer, so let's say 35 hours of running, I should imagine. If you're intrigued by Zwift running, you don't know anything about it and you'd like to join, go to zwift.com/run and sign up, and running is free. You do not need to pay for running at the moment. We are in beta, so people running here today are early adopters of this technology, this platform. We're testing it out, the Zwift, and it's currently totally gratis. If you're a cyclist, then you get 50 kilometers free, and then it's about 12 UK pounds, 15 US dollars a month to subscribe to Zwift. So chilling out with 15 kilometers done, 1 hour 25. So we've got 6 kilometers to go, just over 6 kilometers to go in 35 minutes. And that should be perfectly doable. If we're running at 5:39 per kilometer, we should be fine. So I'm going to text everybody in a minute and tell them we're 3/4 of the way through. Maybe I'll wait till we get to 16k. Because that'll be 16 kilometers in half an hour, basically. 5 kilometers in half an hour. Perfectly doable. Just over, maybe. We're doing good. Still running through the jungle here. Like I said before, I think it's about a 10k loop through the jungle anyway, so normally you have to be level 10 to get into the jungle. It is, like I said a minute ago, this Zwift is a game, so this is a level that you don't gain access to until you've run on Zwift for a little while, unless of course you're in a group run like this. So you have to be level 10 normally to get into the jungle. Hopefully we'll get to 16k in half an hour, in 1.5 hours. So that'll be 5k to go in half an hour. Just over 5k. But I might tell people when we get to like 19 kilometers, just tell people to go, sprint for the line, see what they can do. I'm sure they'll do that anyway. This is definitely the time now if you want a sugar boost, if you just want to give yourself that little bit of extra energy to get you to the end of the run. Now's the time perhaps to take a gel, have a swig of some Coke, just something quick, some quick sugar to give you a little boost, maybe something with a bit of caffeine in as well to help the quick absorption of that sugar. Just take a couple of swigs of Coke, a shot block or a gel, and that'll give you a little boost for the last 5 kilometers, which we're coming up to now. I've got a story about Coke, actually. Talking about your... Who was it who just said something? Ryan. I was backstage at a gig once with a heavy metal band, and one of the guys said to me, "Would you like some Coke?" And I immediately went over to the fridge and got a can of Coke out and said, "Oh, thanks very much." And, and he was meaning, he was actually meaning cocaine lined up on the table, and I'm so innocent, I had no idea. And my wife was absolutely laughing her head off. Well, she wasn't my wife at the time, my girlfriend at the time. She's my wife now. My wife, the ex-rock chick. I'm really quite innocent about all these drug things, to be perfectly honest with you. So we're nearly at 16k. Actually, we're just over 1.5 hours now. So we are. It should be fine. I've worked this out. 10.6 is faster than we need to go to get a 2-hour marathon, a 2-hour half marathon in. So it should be fine. So this is a beautiful part of Watopia, a beautiful part of the Mayan jungle. This is the bridge. Look at that view, absolutely gorgeous, fantastic. Pity my ugly face is coming in the way now, isn't it? Never mind. Hopefully you'll get another nice shot of it, full screen, in a second. Before, there we are, the mountain in the background, the waterfall. I'm running with Krista Holt, regular on Zwift, good guy, always supports us on our runs. Zwift running is fairly new. It became a public beta in February 2018, but we are running regularly on Zwift. We have the Monday Run Club, which is at 7:30 UK time on a Monday night, and we have the Wednesday workout, 7:30 UK time, Wednesday night. Every Friday, I normally run some kind of workout on my own, and I encourage you to watch and have a look at some of the workouts that Zwift has in it. There are planned, organised workout regimes that you can click on, and it tells you what to do for each section of the workout. So Friday night, 7:30, I usually do one of those. Unfortunately, the next 2 weeks I'm away, but that will carry on soon. Saturday mornings, 9 o'clock in the morning, John Hancock organises Run in the Park. If you're familiar with Park Run in the UK, and around the world as well, but mainly in the UK, if you're familiar with Park Run, Run in the Park is a similar event held every Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. Now, for Monday Run Club and Wednesday workout, if 7:30 in the evening is not a good time for you, time zone wise, we have a run at 6 a.m. Eastern time. I know a lot of people in America like to get up early. A lot of people in the States like to do their workouts early in the morning. So 6 a.m. Eastern time. And then there's also another Monday Run Club and Wednesday workout at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So 8 p.m. Eastern time, 7:30 p.m. UK time, and 6 a.m. Eastern time. Do join us, do sign up. Go to the Zwift companion app. And if you haven't got it, download it. It's not the Zwift app, that's the game, but the Zwift companion app. Download that, look in the events section, and choose the run that you'd like to do with us. Click on it, and your name will be entered into that run. And then when you log on to do your run, you'll be invited to join. And you click join, and you're there. It's quite simple. And if you have any questions at all, guys, Zwift Runners Facebook page is the place to go. We're very friendly, very accommodating. If you're new, just ask away. Do please read the pinned post and the information that's all there already, because there's people ask the same questions all the time, so we know what people are going to ask. So a lot of the information is already there waiting for you. But if it's something you can't find, do ask away. We'll be happy to help you. One hour 36 minutes. Just under 17 kilometers, so 4k to go, just over 4k to go in about 24 minutes. Fingers crossed we'll get that in. If not, we'll just have to speed up a little bit in the last 2k, but I'm fairly sure we should make it. Oh no, Brett Martin has said he's only got 5% left on his iPad. Oh, he's going to miss it. Oh, unlucky Brett. Maybe we need to go faster next time. Or bring one of those battery chargers with you so you can plug your iPod in. Or your iPad. That's such a shame. Yeah, basic thing, guys, if you are running on your iPad or your iPhone, the charge will only last so long. You do need to make sure that you've got power, because if you're doing a long run like this, anything over an hour really, and you risk running out of power on your iOS device. I know Tim is running with his phone. He's still with us, he's just ahead of me. Krista is still with me. And up ahead, Georgie, Ollie, Eric, Ryan. A couple of names I don't recognise. Well done, everyone. Keep going. 4k to go. 4k to go, and we've got 22 minutes to do it in. We are going to get this, guys, definitely. Love the sunlight dappling through the trees there. Very nice. Beautiful jungle. Won't be long before we start heading back out though now onto the roads. We're kind of heading towards the exit of the Mayan ruins now. Just another check on the heart rate, look. Still in zone 3, 146 BPM. Nice and comfortable. We do not want to go into zone 4 unless we do a sprint at the end. Keeping it as steady as we can. Same pace all the way, no speeding up and slowing down. That's just inefficient running. Keep it steady. Your heart knows what it's doing, your lungs know what they're doing, your legs know what they're doing, and therefore your brain knows what it's doing. Controlled, relaxed running. Another plug for the Barkley Marathons. If you don't know, the most difficult race in the world is taking place today. Arguably, the most difficult race in the world is taking place in Tennessee right now. It's called the Barkley Marathons. I don't know why it's got an S on the end. Well, I suppose I do, because it's more than a marathon. It's over 100 miles in the Frozen Head State Park. Huge amounts of climbing. Something like 3 times up and down Everest. And the runners have got 60 hours to do that in. So 2 nights worth of running. 3 days, 2 nights. And it's a loop of about 25 miles, something like that. And they have to do each loop and come back to the headquarters and then go out again for another loop. And very few people ever make it to the 5th loop. And in all the years it's been running, so it started in 1989, in all the years it's been running, only 15 people have ever finished 5 loops. So check out Twitter, hashtag BM100, Barkley Marathon 100, BM100 on Twitter, and you'll find out all the latest information about how the runners are getting on in that race. So coming up to 18 kilometres. 18 kilometres in 1 hour 42 minutes. We have 3k to go. And it looks like Krista's going for it now. Krista's going to bang out the last 3 at a pace that he wants to do. I think I'll leave it another kilometre and then I'll say to everyone, if you want to go, just go for it. Push on and go. It looks like a few people are doing that already. Like I said earlier, for a lot of the runners here who are regular runners, 2 hours for a half marathon is fairly standard. So they will be able to do this without much sweat. And fingers crossed, they'll have a very comfortable 2 hour half marathon. You can see behind me, just creeping into shot there, on the right hand side in the screen are some of the D groups. Jinxie's there, and a couple of others from Group D who are doing really well. Just pushed ahead obviously of the pacer for the D group, which is Amanda. Right, now, given that everybody's pushing on, or a lot of people are pushing on, should I push on as well to join them all? I wonder maybe if I wait until 19 kilometres. So yeah, that's what we'll do. I'll wait till 19 kilometres, and then I'm going to try and kind of join people ahead a little bit if I can. There's people about 8 seconds ahead who I could catch up with, just so I don't finish on my own. I know people are wanting to push on and make sure they get in under the 2-hour mark. We've got 15 minutes to go, and we've got 2.5k to go, just over 2.5k. So it's, you know, it's perfectly doable. This, if I stayed at this pace, we would no doubt get in just under 2 hours. But I'm on my own now. People are pushing ahead. There's a couple of people behind me, but they're quite a way behind, 20 seconds or so. So what I might do is push on. In 500 metres time, I shall push on and speed up a bit and try and catch a few people. But if you're listening to this stream and you're running ahead of me, that doesn't mean that you speed up so I don't catch you up, you. I know you lot. I'll try and speed up to catch you up and you'll whiz away from me. In a cloud of dust like that, yes. So in 400 metres I'm going to up the pace. We'll have 2 kilometres to go. I really hope there are some people who haven't achieved their half marathon badge and that they get it today. That'd be awesome if they do. So impressed. Good work, everybody. Eric Jones is also saying well done, everybody. Good job. So we're at 1 hour 46 minutes. 2,300 metres left to run. You can see the XP points ticking away there as I gradually creep up level 18. There's another 10 XP points. It's all good. I'm going to have a cold cup of coffee next to me to drink at the end of this. Heart rate is 150, so you know that in a minute we're going to go into zone 4. That's okay though, because we've done the hard work now. You know you're going to finish. At this stage of your half marathon, you know you've got it in the bag. You just need to hold on for the last 2k. Now if you've got it in your legs, there's no reason now why you can't go for it. You know, even from a couple of kilometres further back, you could probably, if you've got it in your legs, you could probably up the pace. If you're really tired, if you're really struggling, then just keep it steady. Don't up the pace, obviously, because you can't, you're too tired. Just keep it steady, lock in there mentally, get the job done. But you know you're going to finish. 2k to go, it's not a problem. So, if you've got it in your legs, now's the time to go for it. There we are, into zone 4, almost. We will definitely go into zone 4 now. I'm going to bump it up. That's 12. I'll do. Maybe even 13. Right, let's go to 12 and a half. Just 2k. So even if we get really tired now, even if our legs are knackered, even if the heart rate goes through the roof now, just 2k to go, we can push it out. We can bang it out. There we are, into zone 4, 155 BPM. But that's okay. It doesn't matter now. 2k to go. Go for your life. We've got 12 minutes to get in. 12 minutes to do 2 kilometres. Easy. Up to 13. Just keep your shoulders relaxed. Head up. Come on, Ryan. Get the legs moving now, Ryan. 1.5k to go, 1.75 kilometers to go. Let's get this done. Well done, everyone. Great work. Okay, 14 kilometers an hour. Head up, shoulders down. 1.5 kilometers left to run. Let's see if we can catch. 164 BPM. Heart rate going up now for these last 1.5k. Eric is 41 seconds ahead of me, so I'm not going to catch him, I don't think. So we'll just do a nice speedy last 1 and a bit K. This speed is coming directly from Bluetooth on the Techno Gym My Run. So I'm not using a foot pod, it's the treadmill that's broadcasting the speed. It says 14 on the treadmill, it says 14 on Zwift. I've got just over 1 kilometre of hard work left now. Bang it out fast. Bang it out hard. One hour 52, 8 minutes. Guys, if you're listening on the stream, you've got 8 minutes to get in. One kilometre to go. So we'll push it up a bit when we get to 20 and a half. I love this treadmill. Serious effort now though, just to get to the end. Nice and quick. I'm going to bump it up in 250 meters time. Heart rate now 171, into the red zone in a minute, I imagine. Jim Day is asking, what world are we in? This is still Watopia, Jim, but this is the jungle. You have to be level 10 to get into the jungle. Okay. Well done everybody, really good running. Nearly there now. $1:55, 5 minutes to get in guys. 5 minutes to get in. Chard says right on, thank you Chard. Into the red zone now. 4 minutes per kilometre. It's just over 21k, so something like 20.8, 0.08, 21.08. So, going to 21. That's 21. So, you can see the finish line. There it is. And there we are, half marathon done. Well done everybody. Oh, that is awesome. Well done everyone. Well done, brilliant running. Okay, let's say hi to a few people. Oh. So it was hard work to get that done. Just sprinting at the end there. Not necessarily to get in under 2 hours, but just to enjoy the run and getting a decent bit of sprint at the end there. Actually, we don't want to run, do we? Because that'll mess up the time. I've got cold coffee here to drink. Ollie says good work all. Nice run, hard at the end. Yeah, I think we all went a bit hard at the end there just to make absolutely sure we got in under 2 hours, but also just to give our legs a bit of a burn. So, important rule now is to hydrate well, go and eat some food. Go and get something, get a drink, go and have some food. Make 45 minutes is the window now for your body to make maximum use of the food that you eat. So eat some proteins, eat some fats and some carbohydrate and replenish those stocks. And if you replenish them within 45 minutes, you will ensure that your body utilizes them to its best ability. Okay, so go and do that. John Hancock says, well done, everybody. And thank you, everyone, for joining the Zwift Community Half Marathon Challenge. There is another one tonight at 5 o'clock UK time. And there is also, there are also different pace groups as well this evening. So you'll have more pace groups than today. You'll have A, B, C and D pace groups if you want to join any of them. There won't be leaders, but there will be pace bots, little robots hovering in the sky that you can follow. So if you want to do the Half Marathon Community Challenge, go and do that this afternoon, 5 o'clock UK time, early afternoon Eastern time. And that's it from here. I wonder if Group D, if I can find Group D, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? I don't know how far back they are. Bear with me, guys. Let me just see if I can move my mouse and keyboard and find Group D. They are half an hour behind, but what that means in terms of smash my computer keyboard on the floor. Hold on. Okay, well, actually, while we're here, let's press, oh yeah. Let's save it and maybe I'll come back in. Good luck to the D group. I really do hope they manage to get done in time. So Zwift has logged off now. That's why you've got black screen in the corner there. I dropped my keyboard and it automatically switched itself to save mode. So that's it from the Zwift Community Half Marathon Challenge. I really hope some people got their half marathon badge. Really good run. We wanted to get in under 2 hours. We did that, or certainly most of the people, all the people in front of me did. And I wasn't that far ahead of a few people just behind me. So I'm hoping they just got in time as well. Brilliant running, everybody. Thank you very much if you just stayed at home and watched. Thank you very much for watching and supporting. Zwift.com/run if you want to find out more about Zwift running and if you want to get on Zwift Run. And questions at the Facebook page Zwift Runners. Also subscribe to my Film My Run channel, guys. Thanks very much again. Take care, and we'll see you soon for another Zwift Run. Bye bye.